This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.
.15 p.m. This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. The news edited by Romesh Piris and read by Mario Vijayawardena. The headlines. Sri Lanka and Bangladesh signed 6 MOUs to enhance bilateral cooperation. COVID-19 recoveries on the rise. The police launched month-long operation to net traffic violators. Satosa outlets to provide relief packs to consumers during the Sinhala and Tamil New Year season. Sri Lanka marks Police Heroes Day. Today marks the International Forest Day. In international news, France, Poland and Ukraine impose new lockdown measures. In sports news, Sri Lanka legends meet India legends in final. Sri Lanka and Bangladesh signed 6 MOUs to enhance cooperation between the two countries in different areas. The MOUs are on cooperation for strengthening youth development between Bangladesh and Sri Lanka, another between the Bangla Agricultural Research Council and the Sri Lanka Council for Agricultural Research Policy, and an MOU between the Directorate of Technical Education of Bangladesh and the Tertiary and Vocational Education Commission of Sri Lanka on the exchange of documentation on vocational qualifications. The others are on cooperation for the training of Bangladeshi nurses and healthcare workers in Sri Lanka, and on the cooperation between the Bangladesh Institute of International and Strategic Studies and the Lakshman Kadirgama Institute of International Relations and Strategic Studies, and an MOU on cultural programs between Bangladesh and Sri Lanka for the years 2021 to 2025. The Prime Minister of Bangladesh, Sheikh Hasina, and the Sri Lankan Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa witnessed the signing ceremony. The number of COVID-19 recoveries recorded in the country has increased to 86,743. The Epidemiology Unit of the Ministry of Health said 293 patients recovered and were discharged during the past 24 hours. The number of COVID-19 cases confirmed in the country increased to 89,846 following the detection of 349 patients yesterday. 2,542 persons are currently receiving treatment for the coronavirus at several facilities across the country, while 383 suspected COVID-19 cases are also medical observation at present. In the aftermath of the Passara Road tragedy that took the lives of 14 passengers and wounded several others in the early hours of yesterday, the police has initiated a month-long operation to nab the drivers who violate traffic regulations. The police spokesman DIG Ajit Rohana said the operation began yesterday and stringent action will be taken against those who are driving under the influence of alcohol and driving recklessly, especially during the upcoming festive season. Meanwhile, the police has arrested the driver of the bus and the driver of the tipper truck involved in the accident in Passara yesterday. The court ordered both the drivers to be remanded until the 25th of March. The police media spokesman said the 14 individuals who died in the accident at the 13th milepost in Passara were identified, while the remains have been handed over to the families for final rites to be conducted after the magisterial inquest was carried out. This news broadcast comes to you from the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.
HDFC Smart Goals. All it takes is 3 years.
Today is a day of great significance as it marks the Remembrance Day of the fallen police heroes who sacrificed their lives during the past 157 years to protect the lives and the property of Sri Lankan citizens. On March 21st, 1864, in the Utuvankanda area in Mavanalla in the Kagala district, during an operation to apprehend a suspect named Dikirikevage Sardial, Constable Sabhan succumbed to injuries from a gunshot fired by an accomplice of Sardial. In remembrance of Constable Sabhan, the first police officer who sacrificed his life to establish law and order in this country, March 21st was named as Police Heroes Day. During the proud journey of the Sri Lanka police, while facing innumerable challenges, 3,137 police officers have sacrificed their lives to protect the dignity of the police force in various ranks. 2,594 of these police officers were killed during the 3-decade-long war. Today marks the International Forest Day. March 21st is celebrated as the International Day of Forests every year worldwide after the United Nations General Assembly coined it in 2012 with the aim of raising awareness on the importance of forest preservation. Most countries, including Sri Lanka, celebrate International Forest Day today. According to the Global Forest Resources Assessment 2020 report, the total forest area of Sri Lanka is nearly 2.1 million hectares. In 1990, Sri Lanka's forest cover was nearly 2.3 million hectares. Meanwhile, the Minister of Environment Mahinda Amaravira says that the government will implement special projects to protect the forest cover in Sri Lanka. A 47-year-old Hyderabad-based entrepreneur Shyamala Goli became the world's second female to swim across a 30-mile-long Pork Strait between India and Sri Lanka earlier this week. She swam for 13 hours and 43 minutes from Talamannar in Sri Lanka to Arichalamunai near Dhanushkodi in India. Her swimming journey began a few years ago after she decided to overcome her aquaphobia. The Indian Swimming Federation had sent an observer with her to verify and certify her swimming expedition. She was bowled over by the hospitality and the support extended by the Sri Lankan Navy and the Coast Guard.
Darling, our daughter has top O-level results. Do you know what this means?
Yes, just 3 years and she'll be going abroad for her degree.
For which we'll need a bank loan.
But is a normal loan the smartest option?
What else?
The smartest way is to start an HDFC Smart Goals account.
Let your child begin their degree with no delays. Start an HDFC Smart Goals account. Call 2356 888.
Honey, you're so smart.
HDFC Smart Goals. All it takes is 3 years.
A mother knows the pain of each member of the family. Siddhalepa, the trusted relief for aches and pains.
An effective therapy for relief from cold, sneezing, flu, headaches, swelling due to toothaches, rheumatic, discomforts, and muscular aches and pains. Siddhalepa, the Veda Mahatmya in every home.
The main news story is brought to you by Siddhalepa Veda Mahatmya.
The Ministry of Trade has decided to provide the public a relief pack containing essential commodities during the New Year period. Speaking during an event in Polonnaruwa, Minister Bandhu Guruvardhana said the public will be able to purchase relief packs from special mobile shops that will reach all districts. Accordingly, the program will commence on the 1st of April. The packs will consist of rice, flour, sugar, dal, sprats and several other goods. Mobile shops will be in operation between 7 a.m. and 7 p.m.
The main news story was brought to you by Siddhalepa Veda Mahatmya.
Brush your teeth twice a day for healthy teeth and gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, your trusted brands in oral care for many years.
Supiriviki Ayurvedic toothpaste for adults. Kakulu Ayurvedic toothpaste for kids. 9 Ayurvedic ingredients of Supiriviki will protect your teeth and strengthen your gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, products from Siddhalepa.
And now in Watchlight, environmentalists say that the coral reef in the southern sea areas have faced a threat of being demolished at present. They warned that this was due to the sand mining in the area. The coral reefs in the Hikkaduwa area are facing severe threat. If this coral reef is destroyed, it will pose a huge impact on the tourism industry as well. Environmentalists point out that attention should be paid to protect this valuable ecosystem for the future of this country.
World News. Brought to you by courtesy of...
From the first step you take till the time we meet, the trusted leader prioritizes you always.
All you need under one roof. People's Leasing, the trusted leader.
In world news headlines, France, Poland and Ukraine impose new lockdown measures. Taiwan seeking to boost deterrent capabilities. Saudi Aramco's profits slide nearly 45% after lower oil demand. Poland, France and Ukraine have introduced partial lockdowns as they battle surging coronavirus infections. Residents in Poland, parts of France, including Paris and the Ukrainian capital Kiev, faced new restrictions on Saturday, with most shops shut and people urged to work from home. The imposition of new curbs comes as the pace of the European Union's vaccination rollout remains sluggish, and several member states face a third wave of the virus. Taiwan's defense ministry says it will focus on increasing its deterrent capabilities against China, such as introducing longer-range missile systems. The ministry has released its defensive review, which details Taiwan's defense priorities for the next 4 years. The report says China's military continues to bolster its capability vis-à-vis Taiwan, raising the risk of an accident and conflict and destroying stability and peace across the Taiwan Strait. The report emphasizes improving fast strike capabilities as a priority in the future. The oil giant Saudi Aramco has announced that its profits fell sharply last year as lockdowns around the world curbed demand for oil. Earnings in 2020 fell by nearly 45% compared with 2019. Saudi Aramco, one of the largest companies in the world, still made a profit of $49 billion. However, said shareholders would still receive dividends totaling $75 billion. Aramco's largest shareholder is the Saudi government. And now the main points of the world news segment once again. France, Poland and Ukraine impose new lockdown measures. Taiwan seeking to boost deterrent capabilities. Saudi Aramco's profits slide nearly 45% after lower oil demand. That's world news.
World News. Brought to you by courtesy of...
From the first step you take till the time we meet, the trusted leader prioritizes you always.
All you need under one roof. People's Leasing, the trusted leader.
Development News is brought to you by Nivea along with CIB. Valuable gift vouchers for every bill payment and 20% discount for bank card holders during 16th to 30th March. Our product, our place. CIB.
A water project themed Nil Diyavara was initiated in the Rajarata area for the purpose of providing drinking water under the President's National Policy Framework Vistas of Prosperity and Splendor. The President has conducted a long-term research on the undiagnosed cause of kidney disease centered in Rajarata, and the findings were revealed that the polluted water has been the main cause. Hence, the Nil Diyavara drinking water project was implemented, thus constructing water treatment plants. Under this project, a water treatment plant in the Maradankala area in Galen Bindunuvav in the Anuradhapura district was handed over to the public recently under the patronage of State Minister Professor Channa Jayasumana.
Development News was brought to you by Nivea along with CIB. Valuable gift vouchers for every bill payment and 20% discount for bank card holders during 16th to 30th March. Our product, our place. CIB.
And now in sports news, in cricket, Sri Lanka legends will meet India legends in the Road Safety World Cricket Series final today in Raipur, India. Sri Lanka defeated South Africa legends by 8 wickets to enter the final, while India legends beat West Indies legends by 12 runs after a high-scoring semi-final game. Sri Lanka legend skipper Tilakaratne Dilshan said after the semi-final that the toss will play an important part. The match will begin at 7 p.m. local time.
Contributory deposit of 1,000 rupees from NSB when your child enters grade 1. Open a Hapan Children's Savings account for your kid today. Higher interest. Conditions apply. Business News. Sponsored by National Savings Bank. The safest place for your money.
Ceylon Bank PLC, the bank with a heart, will provide leasing benefits for consumers in Sri Lanka to purchase genuine Toyota and Hino vehicles through Toyota Lanka Private Limited, the sole authorized distributor for the brands. Ceylon Bank is streamlining its leasing services to offer convenient and hassle-free leasing solutions, enabling customers to own a vehicle within a day. With Ceylon Leasing, SMEs, commercial and transport segments can now purchase their favorite automobiles with convenient repayment plans.
Business News. Sponsored by National Savings Bank. The safest place for your money. Contributory deposit of 1,000 rupees from NSB when your child enters grade 1. Open a Hapan Children's Savings account for your kid today. Higher interest. Conditions apply.
Economic news, courtesy of
Just move on real time, save more, LOLC real time. Paying the premium for transactions, simply save now real time. Day night, no trouble for your transactions, LOLC real time. Download LOLC Finance real time app for your LOLC savings account. Attractive interest rates, transactions anytime, anywhere with a zero cost and more benefits.
The Monetary Board of the Central Bank of Sri Lanka has decided to increase the maximum compensation payment under SLDILSS from 600,000 rupees to 1,100,000 rupees by 500,000 rupees. This decision has been taken to provide further relief to depositors of financial institutions regulated by CBSL in the event of a cancellation or suspension of the licenses of such institutions. Accordingly, the depositors of 6 finance companies whose licenses have been cancelled or suspended by the Monetary Board are eligible to receive the revised compensation amount. Further details in this regard may be obtained from the Resolution and Enforcement Department via the telephone numbers 0112 477 261 and 0112 398 788.
Congratulations on your promotion. It will be our treat, huh?
How about today?
Oh no, I was just joking.
It's fine. I have my LOLC credit card with me. Let's go out today.
Introducing LOLC Finance Credit Cards. Fuel the goodness in you.
Weather Report was sponsored by
Dialogue, in partnership with the Ministry of Education, introduces Nanasa, a trilingual educational mobile app with video-based lessons for grade 1 to A-levels. Now your child can study with ease on your mobile with no subscription fee.
Here's the Met Department forecast. Thundershowers at several places in the Sabaragamuwa, western, central and northwestern provinces and in the Gala and Mathura districts during the evening or night. The Met Department further predicts fairly heavy falls, above 50 millimeters at some places in the Sabaragamuwa and western provinces and in the Gala, Mathura and Nuwara Elia districts. Several spells of showers may occur in the Uva province and in the Hambantota, Batikalo and Ampara districts too. Moreover, the Met Department has issued an advisory for severe lightning at 3 p.m. this afternoon for the period until 10 p.m. The advisory states that thundershowers accompanied by severe lightning are likely to occur at several places in the central, Sabaragamuwa and the western provinces and in the Gala, Mathura and Kurunegala districts. The Met Department cautions the public that there may be temporary localized strong winds during the thundershowers and requests the public to take adequate precautions to minimize the damages caused by lightning activity.
Weather Report was sponsored by
Dialogue, in partnership with the Ministry of Education, introduces Nanasa, a trilingual educational mobile app with video-based lessons for grade 1 to A-levels. Now your child can study with ease on your mobile with no subscription fee.
And now the headlines of this news broadcast once again. Sri Lanka and Bangladesh signed 6 MOUs to enhance bilateral cooperation. COVID-19 recoveries on the rise. The police launched month-long operation to net traffic violators. Satosa outlets to provide relief packs to consumers during the Sinhala and Tamil New Year season. Sri Lanka marks Police Heroes Day. Today marks the International Forest Day. In international news, France, Poland and Ukraine impose new lockdown. In sports news, Sri Lanka legends meet India legends in final. That concludes this news broadcast.